But what you need to understand is that she's doing, in fact, she's even the best senator. She's doing far better than the so-called Senate president as of today. She's a better senator, correct? Because if you go and look at the project she's doing in her constituency, you know that she's out there for business, and making sure that the people get back governance, not that they will just go sit down in the parliament and say the eyes have it, and then they'll go and share wheelbarrow and plate of rice. Yeah, it's crazy. At least it's impacting their lives. What have these other senators done? What have they really done? Have they done it? Have they done the new? Exactly.
Yeah.
What have they done?
Thank
It's a
you so
question
much.
for another day, but let me pass the baton to the other guys.
Thank you.
All the best, man.
So you too,
And you too.
man. You stay safe, okay? Very good one, sir. That's Jeff. I have another caller on the line. Hello there.
Hello, my ego.
Hello, sir.
Is the first caller.
You are a first-time caller, are
My
you?
name. Yes, I'm calling from Japan.
From Japan. And your name is?
Yes. My name is Osaiku Woman.
Say that again,
Robinson.
sorry.
So Osaiku Woman Robinson.
I'll take Robinson. So,
okay.
And I'll take Robinson from Japan. Now, this is how we become a first-time caller. You're welcome.
Thank you very much. I've been anxious to call you all along. I've been listening to you for over 5 years now.
God bless you. And here you are, finally.
Thank you. I love what you are doing for us. Do you know, Mayegu? I left that country because of Ogbeha. Governor Ogbeha in Benin, because of the shooter side. And ticket that time was just 11,000. So finally, my mother died about 3 years ago.
Sorry about that.
And before Tinubu was sworn in and on the rest, and I now make up my mind that I will never go to Nigeria when Tinubu is still in power.
You are not alone.
Because there's nothing interesting, there's nothing to write home about. And in short, all his effort is a disaster. You know, even the Senate president, Akpabio, is a thief. Only is a thief.
Career one, no, it's not just a petty thief, like
no.
thief. Go on.
That is the truth. That is the truth about it. So I just make up my mind, Mayegu, I will never go to Nigeria. Yes, if he's still in power, unless if he's removed.
There are so many people that
by God.
Like the way you are currently feeling. These are people that they are not like Mayegu, who put his face out there, doing all this what I do all the time, which automatically makes me put a target on my back as well, right? I'm talking about people who are very, very reserved, private, quiet. But when they looked into Nigeria and the state of things, the lawlessness, the lack of rule of law, the impunity, and all these things, they just be like, you know what? I don't want to be part of this. And they've sworn to stay away from Nigeria. And you are not alone. There are many people like that. Many.
I know. Because
you know the saddest part as well, sir. You know the saddest part is that Nigerians in the diaspora remit over $38 billion yearly into that country from all over the world.
Of course.
And these criminal politicians who loot the country, right, have been flying all over the place looking for investors. Somebody said, if to say Nigeria is being led by real people, real humans, they will discover that their greatest investor are the Nigerians in diaspora. How can you encourage them to bring back their money? This is money that has no condition, no, not a loan, no, but just incentive that will encourage them to bring back all their successes into that. If Nigerians chooses to bring back their money genuinely into that country, if it was a real country, right? You see this issue of inflation, the issue of having to go and borrow left, right, and center. will likely be so drastically reduced to almost nothing. But they chose to further keep all of us away abroad and do everything to discourage us from coming back to that place. And that's what they are doing every day, in case if they don't know. Robinson.
That's it. That's it. So, Mayegu, I will give other people chance to talk, and I will keep on calling you.
I would love to hear from you again, Baba. Thank you so much.
Very much for all you have been doing for us. I appreciate it. No worries, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Bye-bye.
Okay, that's Robinson, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
so, and here is Victor. Is that Victor? Hello. Very much for hello there.
Hello, Mayego.
Sir, how are you, Baba?
Hi. I'm good, my brother. I'm okay. It's Victor
So
from
here you
Frankfurt.
are again, man. It's an intense night as well. So where do you want to start from? Yourself?
It is. I'm so. It's so amazing. I was really dumbfounded, watching that show of shame between between Dr. Obi Ezekwesili or what have you. Yeah, unbelievable. I just can't believe they condescend so low to,
I don't Nigeria is already at the bottom anyway, so the level at which Nigeria is sinking. Some people say they will discover crude oil.
What a show of shame. It's so embarrassing in the eyes of the public. You see this macho thing that our Senate, where our senators have turned themselves into in the House of Senate, that has so gone into their head that they cannot help but exhibit their foolishness in to the whole world, to see how little they are. You understand?
Weak men.
Because yes, they try to portray themselves as being strong, but they are very, very weak and feeble. If you see their behavior, you understand that these people have nothing to offer us. A man that will belittle a woman just because of the position that he is, because he's a senator, he felt he can abuse. I mean, if he can abuse a woman of that status, imagine what that kind of guy would do to the ordinary man in the street.
Is that not what people are saying as well, Victor? When somebody who is an elected senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria could be subjected to the level of sexual harassment that they started usurping, or in fact, they started blocking her from performing a constitutional duty as a senator. If somebody of that could be sexually harassed, just imagine of those other women who are not of that high-ranking sort of status in the hands of these guys.
Yes, and in the bid to take their show, their show of stupidity and shamelessness.
And somebody said, "Is that how he even talks to his wife at home?"
Yeah, they even went as far as trying to recall her by oh my God, it's already bad enough that the kind of election that they're conducting for us every now and then, that we don't see. It's already how do I don't even know. I have no word to describe it.
Yeah, short of
These people are so. I mean, in fact, I'm helpless, man.
No, that's what Nigeria is. We say something about if they explain Nigeria to you, right? In all honesty, and after the whole explanation, you are not angry. They did not explain anything to you.
My goodness.
Because most of the time, when you begin to process some of these things, you can't even imagine why Nigeria is existing. Sure, you get like how?
Just when we thought it was all over, these few guys went behind the closed door and started forging signatures in the eyes of the world, not knowing that they are on camera. Wanting to recall the senator for speaking out.
Victor.
Oh no.
Make a shock you. All of us witnessed the illegality of that state of emergency in Rivers. A lot of people have been speaking about it. And mind you, by the way, just on the side, okay, I have heard that Tinubu is reconsidering calling off a state of emergency in maybe another month.
He better do, because
they will use,
what he has done is
they will use the narrative that he has now settled them. They've settled, because this illegality on its own, as well as the response of the National Assembly, all right, they've all shown, right?
We just keep violating the laws left, right, and center without even taking cognizance of the reason why they are there. You know.
Anyway, Victor, thank you so much, Baba. Okay, for this.
Sure, thanks for your, my brother. Easy.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
Have a nice day. Yeah.
Sir. So here is another caller, and that is Adeola. And I don't know if it's right now to call you the economist in the house, the Temple of Truth. Can you hear me? Right. I think we lost Adeola there. Did I get you back?
So, Chairman, yeah,
Adeola,
I can hear you. I think I was triggered by what you said this evening. I must call.
You're like, no, that's not.
I was triggered by your comment.
Anyway,
I was triggered by your comment. That your comment you made just really triggered me. The one on.
Of course, we agreed that you are an economist.
I'm an economist, though, Baba, but your comment on the thing triggered me. Right. No, to be honest with you, I didn't want to call this evening, but to be honest with you, when I was triggered by the foreign remittances, and that was a topic of interest of mine during my undergraduate study at University of Lagos. That is the same. Is unbelievably worrying, to say the very least, that that argument of foreign remittances by diaspora is ongoing. It was a big diss to Obasanjo that time. That was when I was still in school during Obasanjo's time. There was a cartoon of Obasanjo in Business Day back in 2022 or so, 2023-ish, and they were dissing him for globe-trotting, whereas what he was looking for was in a Shokoto. And that is the foreign remittances. Is remittances from, we are the real foreign aid, Baba. Let us clear something,
Baba. If anybody, for those of us who likes numbers, right, Adeola?
Yes.
I love numbers because number tells a lot of story, and you cannot, right? You cannot use fictitious figure to discredit credible figures. Sure, you get now. So numbers really, really matter. Okay, but go on, Adeola.
So that was the challenge that time, in terms of how can he monetize and how can he coordinate foreign remittances into a strong institution as a funding or as an alternative pipeline for funding. That was your idea, and there was a lot of rigor attached to it. Even Okonjo-Iweala, made strides in bringing up diaspora bonds, those things. See, Michael, they moved away from being lofty ideas to things that are actually tangible. But the problem lies because the Nigerian political institution is not credible. It's not a credible institution that you yourself would wholeheartedly want to buy any diaspora bond. The system is not structured properly. So at the end of the day, you might have all these, it is clear cut that you can use those remittances as a strong block to build. And that block you're building will be bolstered by additional interest from people that want to invest in that country. So at the end of the day, you will not even have to go about borrowing. But because that system is not structured the right way, nobody can say,
so
okay,
there is no
it will hold
confidence in the system.
There's no confidence.
And the confidence has been so eroded that majority of those who went back during Obasanjo's time, majority of them regretted it. Majority. Because years later, all those sort of like achievements, right, were completely eroded, written off by the subsequent economic, this, and most especially when Bokwari became their president. People began sort of liquidating whatever it was they've gained over the years and looking for elsewhere to run to. APC has been the greatest disaster to happen to that country. Seriously. And
so Michael, in all, even this, there are so many, there's a lot of proven evidence that the rule of law, we don't have a rule of law. We don't have rule of law. We don't have a judiciary that actually can deliver justice. So when you don't have a strong system with rule of law, and you cannot expect a system with rule of law without constitution.
Independent.
So whenever whenever you hear 1999 constitution, I just get enraged. Anyone that quotes out from that book should be in the bin. I don't, so when you're talking about that in that foreign remittances, it's so bad that it's because we lack the structure. The structure. And that structure is a country. If you want to come together to do anything, agree on those terms and do it. So if you are chasing Natasha out of the country or out of the Senate, it shows you that the rule of law is non-existent.
No.
If you can occupy a state and you are justifying it based on some fictitious rule you made up somewhere, shows that there's no rule of law. And you have continually proven to us, and that's why this proof is so evident. Even the proof is becoming a human being, slapping you in the face that this cannot work. About good night, sir.
Very did the open. Adiola, thank you so much, Baba. You to enjoy the rest of your own evening. Okay, I'll take another one, and I have a caller. If you can hear me, my caller, please hang in there for a sec or two. I want to give a big shout out to the audience. So I just checked now and discovered that we are just 120 likes from 1,000 on YouTube. That's quite impressive. That a lot of you heeded my call by liking the broadcast. So thank you, a lot of you. But there's still more people that needs to, and that may be you if you haven't already. Okay, it doesn't take much from you. Just leave the comment section, go under the video, use the remote control of your TV to move the mouse on your screen and like the broadcast like that, and then put the remote down, sit back. That's it. That's all you need to do. And if you have to use your own phone to share the broadcast with as many people as possible, WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook, name it, you can do that too, right? And we'll always be grateful to you. Here is my caller. Hello. Are you still there? Okay, so I must have lost that caller because I told them to wait in a sec. Okay, so I also want to say a quick thank you to you, Onseko, Kingsley, my man, Kingsley Ogeriaki. Thank you so much for your super chat. Okay, same to those of you who are also buying me the coffee too. So yeah. It's my caller. You're back. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, ma.
Hello, Bayoku Baba. Welcome back from your trip.
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine.
So it's been a while, by the way.
Yeah.
I hope it was this evening. So please, ma.
Yes.
Lady.
Yes. First thing, that lady from Kogi,
Natasha Apoti,
who is claiming
that
she is the leader of the women and the youth.
Go on. We can all hear you, ma'am, please.
Trying to call back Natasha. I think she's just crazy. Whatever she thinks she wants to do, she cannot succeed.
That.
She cannot pull it. She should better go and concentrate on following the white lion or whatever it's called.
So you will need. Can you hear me, ma'am? Right? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
You will need to kind of like speak on. You need to stop listening to yourself on the TV, by the way, so that our listeners, right, they can flow with what you are saying. Okay. So everybody can hear you. The same way you can hear yourself on that TV. Okay. Everybody can hear you too. All over the world. So give us your contribution and you can rewatch it if you want to. We are all here.
Okay.
Yes. Go on, ma'am. On Natasha.
So, like I was saying, she should concentrate on following her political whatever she's doing and leave Natasha alone. Because for Natasha to stand up the way she is right now, with the way she has gone, I strongly feel that there is truth in what she's pursuing. We'll leave that.
Yes, ma'am.
The warning that came from Onanuga about by or whatever, is just threatening. But already they are seeing that the country is becoming ungovernable by them. The best bet is for them to throw in the towel. Because the mistake that the Chief Tunumbu did in Rivers State is a big one, very huge. I don't know how he will amend it.
Getting away with that already.
He won't, because the Niger Delta people are coming out. The sad thing is that the consequence of what they will do will impact the whole environment. That's the bad thing in it.
One consequence of among many other consequences.
So. Yes, that will be the consequence. Yes. So that's just my contribution.
Maicho, thank you so much. You've done well, right? So I hope that we are going to hear from you again anytime soon. You know, thank you. Enjoy the
hello, I can hear you.
Yes, ma'am. I said thank you so much for your contribution.
Okay, bye.
Yes, ma'am. Good night. Yeah, that's one. And I want to also say a very quick thank you to M. King. Now, you see, before I started calling names, like everybody in the audience, I say, what about you? What about you? What's going on? This and that. I know many of you who categorically told me, right, that Mayegun, if you need anything, just ask. And this is me asking without pressuring. So to the likes of King, as well as Adegoke, God bless you for your contribution there. It is noted and well appreciated. Okay, thanks a lot. Now the line is still pretty much opened, and more calls are still being received, or we shall receive more. So if you want to join in contributing to my efforts in raising fund for my own studio upgrade, the link is right here in the comments. Use it, and like I said, every penny actually really does count. Here is hello there.
Yeah, hi.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
Good. Are you guys on or what?
Yes, so we are live, and everybody can hear you too. Maybe you should mute the broadcast itself so that you and I can talk, sir. Please.
No, you are. I'm looking at you live now.
Yes, you are.
I don't know if you're there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I am. And you need to mute the broadcast itself so that we can talk. You want me to raise my hand so that you can be sure that this is live?
Oh no.
So please Use your time because we are almost out of time, by the way.
Anyways, I'm just bothered, you know. I live in America and, you know, as a US resident, you know, I just love this country. I come home to do things and then go back. But since these Tinubu guys came in, you know, they've been so terrible. I don't like them. You understand? And I'm telling you, I'm a surgeon. How can you, in the same country, use 2 million naira to buy gas in about 6 months just to power the hospital?
That is
How much do
pretty
you
much
want to use?
cheap. Depends, you know, 6 months